What's going on, everybody? This is Reaper, and I am back with another video. Alright, well, congratulations to everybody that has actually, watched my recent clips and stuff like that. I appreciate that, and I give a huge shout out to all my subscribers and viewers. I hope you guys are all doing well, and this is what I have to say for today. So, I have actually really enjoyed this beta. I've actually already, I capped the first week on the first day. I went 32 and 12. I legitly did a humongous grind. So it was massively fun. But the thing that I wanted to discuss for today was the fact that we have certain fanboys getting all upset over this movement system. Now, this is something that I find funny, but I do actually feel for the people that are too slow to play this game. I get that, but you guys also got to understand something about multiplayers. Multiplayers are meant to be fast-paced, action-packed shooters. If you are too slow to play multiplayer, then get the fuck off Xbox. Xbox is legitly for multiplayer purpose focused games. It's not for legit casuals that legitly cannot press two buttons on a actual controller. So I think this is mad funny, but I do think that people that are whining and crying that the game is too fast and it makes them motion sick is actually kind of a good thing, because that means that the mechanics do work as intended. So that is massively funny. But I think that this particular Call of Duty is actually meant only for those players that actually can withstand the motion. So if you actually are a motion sickness actual individual, then I recommend you not play this game, because this game will make you really sick to your stomach. But my main focus of this video is to actually point out that if you are complaining about a multiplayer being too fast, you're in the wrong genre. So I think this is massively amusing, because certain YouTubers and certain MLG players actually think they're beast at this game, but then they get motion sickness when they play it, and I'm like, yeah, that means your body's not up to snuff to actually handle the actual grind that this game actually has for you. So I think that you should just step aside and let others play it. But I think that's like beside the point, because I actually did very well on Xbox, and I did very well on PlayStation just now. So I think that this game is generally a good fit for all consoles. I just think that if you are a person that has a sickness to fast-paced movement, then yeah, you can't play this game, because this game will make you sick. But you also got to understand that in multiplayer games, you're meant to move fast. You're not meant to move slow. So I think that if you are getting too how should I say this, sensitive to how you play games, I think you guys should pick another occupation to actually enjoy, because I do not think that games will get any slower. I think they're just gonna get faster and faster. So you gotta keep up with the times, people. You can't whine and cry that you're too slow, because we already know that from the majority of the last 20 or so Call of Duties that we have slow players, we have fast players, we have MLG players, and we have casuals. And now the casuals seem to be the ones that are having the most problem with this, and I think that's actually a good thing, because that means that if you show the industry that your casuals are not fast enough, then they might slow it down for you. But I think that it's mad funny, because, you know, all the casuals think that everybody should be, you know, it should be easy to play games, and I'm like, no, not necessarily. Not if you play the right games to actually enjoy, and if you actually play fast-paced first-person shooters like I do, then yeah, your body needs to be up to speed. If it's not up to speed, then it's not going to handle the game very well. And I think that is an actual testament to the development side of this game, because this game really does give adrenaline rushes like no tomorrow, and it is massively fun on both consoles. So I think that, you know, if you actually cannot cope with the speed, then just get off the game. So, like, games are not meant to be slow. They're not. If you want slow games, people, play single player games. Do not play multiplayer. Play multiplayer and you are going to be in an adrenaline rush for your life in every single match that you play. And you just got to accept that's just the way the games work. They don't work for the casuals. They legitimately work for the hardcore individual that wants to basically rape and actually kill every single person on the goddamn map. These multiplayer games are not meant to be used for casual use. They're meant to be used for competitive use. And competitive use is an actual real thing in the gaming world. So if you don't want to be competitive, stick to single player games. Do not play multiplayer. Do not play multiplayer if you are a slow casual, because you will not actually enjoy this game. You will suck. And it requires you to have a certain amount of speed on your fingers in order to actually do good. So you actually have to have a decent reaction time. If you do not have a decent reaction time, you will die. That is a fact. So I think that most people don't understand why this game is so fast, and I personally enjoy the speed, because the speed actually boosts my adrenaline like no tomorrow. So I think that compared to the last Call of Duty, I think this game has a humongous boost in its actual player base, and I think it will actually get a lot of people's attention because of how fast it is. But I don't think that people that are casuals will enjoy this as much, because I think they will just get slaughtered and slaughtered and slaughtered. But in Call of Duty, that's technically what you're supposed to be doing, so I do not see the issue with that. But I also don't think that casuals really should be playing this game. I think this game should be for the hardcore only, and I think that only the hardcore will really understand the mechanics of this game. I do not think the casuals will actually cope with it at all. So who knows, maybe Call of Duty will actually go for the hardcore this year and not the casuals, which I think is going to be kind of interesting. But you will have zombies, so casuals will be in the game, but they won't actually be in regular multiplayer. So I think that is actually kind of funny, but at the same time, I think that people need to man up, grow up, and actually grow a pair, and actually grow a pair of reaction time that actually is copable with this game. And if you do not have the reaction time, then just don't play the game. That's my message. And that goes for all games that are like this. So if you are a slow player, don't play multiplayers. Period. That's how that works. So I think that you should basically learn to up your reaction time and learn to actually get good. This is Reaper, and I will talk to you later.